Hey, warriors. So, you ever notice, right before something big changes in your life, it almost feels like things get harder, right? And not because you're doing something wrong, but because the universe doesn't reward you first. It tests you first, you know? Um, and that test is always connected to something, you say you've healed. Okay. Um, and right before a major, timeline shift, whether that's emotional, spiritual, financial, relational, whatever the case is, a pattern shows up again. A person, a fucking feeling, a situation, a temptation, a old wound, you know, and not to punish you, obviously, but to see how you will respond this time. It's not karma. This is calibration. The universe is checking. Are you still available for this old version of yourself, or are you ready to live as the new version of yourself? Are you choosing differently now? Um are you honoring your boundaries? Are you, betraying yourself or finally trusting yourself? Um, are you responding from the old you or the healed you? And the wild part is, you know, um, the test is rarely dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Um, it hides like in, everyday moments. A text, a memory, a familiar pattern knocking on the door, whatever, a trigger. Most people miss it, but some of you, the ones watching this, you're starting to notice. Um, so let me help you identify, you know, your own test right now, since we're coming up on, I know we all have our own timeline shifts, but then they're the ones that, people talk about, oh, there's a big one coming up, and that's, coming up. So anyway, um, but you're going to want to ask yourself, what keeps you circling back in life lately? Do you know what I'm saying? What emotion what emotion has been getting triggered the most? Um, who is trying to access the old version of me? Um, what choice am I being asked to make differently? You know, that is your test. If we all just pay attention. Not everyone goes, through the same goes through this at the same time. Not everyone will choose to pass it either. Um and there's no judgment in that. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. The universe doesn't bless who you say you are, okay? Um it blesses, who you consistently choose to be, right? Um, and if you're being tested right now, congratulations, I mean, it means you're next in line for a new timeline, is what it means, Um, so don't fear the test. I mean, just respond as your higher self would, right? Because your response, you know, is deciding your reality. Legends. I love you.